Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Crimes, Killers, Cults.
And not what I expected.
I'm Bill, and joining me is Kevin Carlton, host of the world-famous and ultra super interesting and informational podcast, History Goon.
The
CKCA, officially CKCA endorsed history podcast.
That's right. And if you really want to be bummed out, join me on Monday for my new episode, because that one's not fun.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, you already know. You already know, because the guy sucks. But if you're not familiar with history,
is he a sinner or a saint?
Oh, he's a piece of shit. He is.
But
zero redeeming qualities other than the fact that he actually saved the world.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting to just fully hate him.
No,
with this episode?
With this episode, with the graphic.
Oh, no, so not even with the graphic. It was not expecting to do this one because we had other plans, and then
oh yeah. Yeah, seeing that parts 1 through 4 of the Lethal Ladies Binge were all relatively well known. The fifth one actually changed several times for a couple of weeks. I mean, this is like the third one that we've had picked out, and Kevin's just finding out about this one now.
I mean, this one was not what I was expecting to be doing as of 4 hours ago.
Right. See, it was going to be originally Jodi Arias. Then it was going to be the Queen, because it's like all of the episodes turned out to where they're from different countries. So we're looking for the fifth one to be outside of the U.S. So we're okay, the Queen of Canada. But it's a crazy story, and right now Canadians probably don't like us very much because of our wishy-washy president.
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily like them either. I don't know about you down there, but we've had almost a week of yellow, nasty, shitty skies because of their wildfires that they can't control. So.
Yeah, but how are you going to go on one hand deny climate change, and then on the other hand find a country for their weather?
I mean, that's stupid. But
yeah,
at the same time,
that's my thing. It's just kind of dumb. I mean, it's what it is poor forestry management.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
And you know what? California goes through this every year because of poor forestry management.
Yep.
And you know who comes and helps us out? Canada.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anyway, that's about as political as we're going to get on this show.
Yeah. We have better maple syrup than you guys too. So there. At least I do.
We go. So and plus the Queen of Canada cult leader, she didn't kill anybody. So I mean, this is Lethal Ladies. So she was out. So then it was back to Jodi Arias again, and then all of a sudden, just right at the last minute, I just decided to rub one out real quick. It was an episode, Kevin, you perv.
Yeah, I wondered why you weren't here when I hopped in the studio.
Anyway, an episode, a last minute episode about a one-off lesser known lethal lady. So tonight we're covering the murder of Jimmy Capella by his wife, Nikki.
It's always a Nikki, isn't it?
It's always a Nikki. Sources are the American Monsters documentary, season 13, episode 2, City of Huntsville crime strategy on huntsville.gov, WAFF 48 Huntsville, and a little bit of wiki. And
okay.
Honestly, there's very few podcasts on this story, and the ones that I listen to, there's only 3, and I listened to a little bit of all of them, and it seems like they all use this same documentary that I'm using. So
that's probably pretty much it, like you were saying, for sourcing. I mean,
Yeah, so, but I did add a couple things that weren't in those other episodes, so put a knife in that. Well,
Let's do it.
it's a horrible story, but it's good for our purposes, and we'll get to make fun of her.
See, I'm always down for making fun of the bad guy.
Right.
It's always something that I could be interested in. Oh my God, look at that thing.
That's a mugshot, obviously.
Dude, she looks like fucking Droopy Dog. I know we're not supposed to pick on women's appearance, but I mean, she sucks, so.
Well, there's a reason she looks like that too. So put a knife in that. Where's my knife? There it is. So, all right, let's get this stuff off of here. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Capella was born May 27, 1981 in Buffalo, New York.
What year? 1981?
81.
Okay. Young fella, man. I mean, not much older than me. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming I'm older than him now, but,
Yeah. He had a happy life as a kid, just an all-American kid, just a kid doing boy stuff. I mean, he liked cars, he liked fishing, he was just a happy little kid. He was a goofball. He's the type that would just go up and make you laugh and everything, and just for the hell of it and everything. He was just one of those kids that just made you smile when, you were around him.
Lit up the room.
He had a smile that lit up a room. He loved to laugh.
Oh, man.
He had an older
dogs.
Yeah, he loved dogs.
Damn it.
He had an older sister, Jamie, and life was good until their parents got divorced. Dad was out, but he was still in the picture. He was still a good dad. Later, Jimmy and his mom left New York and relocated to Huntsville, Alabama. Jamie didn't go because she was in nursing school at the time, but they kept in touch. Mm-hmm. Jimmy made friends easily. It was a simple task for him. And in 2006, a friend came to him with a career opportunity. Take a guess.
Huntsville, Alabama. Is he going to work at NASA? Damn.
No.
Okay.
That was a good guess, though.
That's just where my brain immediately goes, because I'm like, oh, it's Huntsville, Alabama. That's
Kennedy Space Center's half brother.
Yep. And Alabama is like the last place you think of in the United States when you think of actual rocket scientists, too.
Oh, I know.
But
I'm not sure, but I think that they've actually started. I'm probably wrong about this, but for some reason I'm thinking I've heard something about them doing SpaceX launches from Huntsville.
I would not be surprised.
I know they're doing it in California, but I could have. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But he got into private investigation.
Okay.
He became a private dick, and he tried it, and he turned out to be really good at it. And business was good because there's a branch of Kennedy Space Center in Huntsville, as well as a large military installation there. So there's lots of transient people coming and going. And I'm not knocking anybody that's there, but when you have a transient population like that, a private investigator is going to get a lot of business.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what we have?
We have a date.
We got a date. You know what that means. We got a date. And for the true crime machine.
We have a date.
Very early on, we have a date.
It was the date where Jimmy met Nikki.
No, Jimmy, no.
Yeah.
Run.
He was out riding his motorcycle and he saw her. She was in a car right in the intersection. They locked eyes. He actually turned his bike around and introduced himself.
Damn.
He must have had some charisma because things like that just don't happen in 2026.
Well, I mean, you said he's got a motorcycle. So
he's got a motorcycle, but still.
That automatically helps.
You don't roll up to a woman like that. And, I mean, if that happened today, he gets pepper sprayed.
Yeah, yeah. or he's, splattered all over TikTok.
Yeah.
This guy's a pervert. He talked to me in public.
Yeah. Or run over.
Yeah, that too. That too.
But none of that happened. And in hindsight, I'll say, unfortunately, that didn't happen. Well, other than the
run over part.
Run over part. They hit it off right out of the gate, and it wasn't too long before he was taking her to meet the parents. His dad and his dad's wife, as well as Jamie, flew down from New York City or from New York to meet Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pretty high on her.
Sounds
They turned out to be the perfect couple, giddy and goofball. Yeah, it seemed to be the perfect match made in heaven. She was shy, but in a good way. She was also a nursing student, like his sister Jamie, who was a nurse by that time. So needless to say, Jamie and Nikki became fast friends as well.
Mm-hmm. And I've said it about nurses before, man. Don't date them. It's a bad idea.
The family pretty much knew that the pair was going to get married, and sooner rather than later, they did. Less than 2 years later, in July of 2010. It was a beautiful wedding, and when it was over, they were both on motorcycles when they left on their honeymoon doing donuts out of the parking lot.
Oh, Jesus.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Not sure if Jimmy had taught her how to ride or if she already knew how, but she did a hell of a job that night.
Was whipping shitties in the parking lot.
Just a month later, Nikki was a groomsman at his sister Jamie's wedding, and Nikki was a bridesmaid. So that tells you how close Nikki and Jamie had gotten.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, especially that quickly.
Yeah. And we have another date, but we don't need music for that one.
It's a good song, though.
August 5th, 2014, Nikki gave birth to a baby girl, Riley. They both doted on her big time. They made it work despite practically opposite work schedules.
That's tough.
Yeah, whoever was at home was constantly doing FaceTimes with them, back and forth and stuff like that with Riley and everything. It was a really close family.
Yep.
But still, as every young family finds out, babies are expensive.
That doesn't change when they get older either.
No, they get more expensive. And they have an attitude.
Yes, they do.
Family came together to help him out here and there. But one time, Jamie was out shopping with Nikki. And Nikki, just out of the blue, bought a designer watch right in front of Jamie without, after talking about the family being tight on money.
Oh, boy.
Jamie kept her mouth shut about it, but it made her wonder if she had just found out why they were so hard up for money. Plus, she was wondering if there were other things that she was hiding from Jimmy.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say probably yes.
Before too long, Nikki began complaining about an old back injury that she had sustained years before. Jimmy, being the good husband that he was, wanted to get it taken care of. He began getting physical therapy, massages for Nikki, exercises with her. But she had gotten on pain meds, and the dosage was increasing, which worried Jimmy.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope. There's very easy to go down the wrong road with those.
It doesn't say anywhere in this yet, but I was wondering if she had an old back injury at all, because it just, you'll see why here in a little while, why I wondered that.
And I mean, nursing is one of those jobs where you could very easily pick up a back injury.
Well, she wouldn't have been a nurse when she had gotten it. It said that it was an old injury.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, if it had happened while she was a nurse, because she was in school while when they got married.
Okay.
So yeah,
but again, nursing, that's another spot where it's very easy to acquire pain medication.
Correct.
Yeah.
But during that time, Jimmy found out that Nikki had opened up a private bank account. There were lots of purchases that she had made that he knew nothing about. Plus, She had been talking with an ex of hers, which didn't sit well with Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It never does.
No. Well, he's just a friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he moves into the house 2 weeks after you split up. Just a friend, though.
In 2016, Jimmy found out that Nikki had been in touch with a known drug dealer and meeting the drug dealer on the streets for pain meds.
Fuck.
Remember, he's a private investigator, and she's making it very easy for him.
Yeah.
And
the other problem with pain meds is like, once she hits the point that she can't afford the actual medication anymore,
he's going to come get it in other ways.
It's just like, you're right there to just going, just give me heroin instead, because it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just formulated differently. And
but
they wonder why people get hooked on heroin so fucking easily.
Yeah, first hit's free.
Yep, and you pick up a back injury, and then they cut your prescription, and then you find out that somebody's got something that'll work just the same.
Yep. But before you come at me saying that you shouldn't be looking at her phone or mail, you got to remember they're struggling financially when they shouldn't be based on their income. And Nikki is keeping purchases from him and getting pain meds from a drug dealer. She's lying to him, and she's potentially putting the family in danger by going to a known drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in 2016, when he discovered all of this, Huntsville, Alabama, drug statistics highlighted a major statewide opioid crisis alongside localized spikes in methamphetamine and marijuana arrests.
Mm-hmm.
The Madison-Morgan County STAC made over 150 drug-related arrests by mid-year and dismantled numerous multi-state trafficking operations. Meth, specifically high-purity ice, saw an explosive 400% surge in seizures compared to 2015. Significant quantities of Xanax, ecstasy, and cocaine were continuously intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, Alabama led the nation in opioid prescriptions, which is news to me because I thought that it was West Virginia.
Oh yeah, they get their hillbilly heroin up there pretty good too.
Yeah, but this was a rate of 121 prescriptions per 100 people.
Wow, holy shit, that's a lot.
Yeah. Statewide, there were 10,438 arrests for drug abuse violations, and all of this would have either been known or easily accessible to Jimmy, who was a successful private investigator.
Yep. He's got buddies that are cops, I guarantee it.
Yep. So don't come at me with, oh, well, he's invading her privacy or whatever.
He's also concerned about his wife.
And his child.
Yeah.
And you know what? She even asked in text, the drug dealer if her daughter would be safe if she brought her along to the meetup.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't come at me. He was perfectly within his right to do what he was doing.
Yeah, you're
for
bringing
now.
your child to a drug deal.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, he winds up having an affair later on, but that has nothing to do with his death. But I mean, I'll give some commentary on that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Jimmy went to Jamie. I was just throwing that out now because obviously nobody's the perfect angel in these situations,
right?
But Jimmy went to Jamie for advice, and she suggested maybe he didn't know Nikki at all and told him about the watch. But Jimmy loved her, and he wanted to fix the marriage because he was a good dude. Jimmy and Nikki hashed it out. Nikki promised to stop all the lies and the clandestine drug behavior. Whether it was changing for the better at home, we'll never know. But Nikki started falling asleep at work. Mm-hmm. She would also take unscheduled breaks and not come back for a long time. I wonder where she was going.
I have a very good idea.
Yep. Her boss even pulled her aside, and Nikki was fired.
Great.
Nikki did tell Jimmy, but she threw the victim card, of course. They had it in for blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they had just lost a significant chunk of their income.
Yeah. I mean, nurses make a ton of money.
Right. Jimmy, doing the right thing, began taking on as much work as possible, working up to 80 hours plus per week.
Ugh.
Jimmy
You're
had...
never home.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not.
Jimmy had cameras up in the house, and he would monitor them from his phone. Nikki would be passed out on the couch, and Riley would just be walking around doing whatever she wanted, getting into anything she could, doing what any toddler would do if left unsupervised.
Yeah. Being a little kid and stuff.
Yeah, but once again, Nikki is endangering the child.
Mm-hmm.
So because Nikki couldn't be trusted with Riley, Jimmy brought her to work with him.
Well, I mean, it's better than bringing her to a drug deal,
Right. Well, when he was out doing, I don't think he had her on stakeouts and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably not.
And I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody there that's going to look after Riley while he's out doing stakeouts and stuff like that.
Yeah. If he's doing desk work, he's just like, here, kid, play with a tablet or something.
Yeah. Put a knife in that. But so he's working long hours and having to be a 24/7 parent on top of it. But in 2017, Nikki got another job at another hospital. She was hired as a charge nurse, which is basically a shift manager. And if she played her cards right, she could become a manager.
Yep.
Both Nikki and Jimmy were excited about that. Did I get that right?
What's
about
that?
The shift, the charge nurse and shift manager and stuff like that?
So we don't really have anything like a charge nurse where I am, but I'm pretty sure that'd be like one of the nurses that does like if you ever go to the emergency room, like they do like triage or whatever, they take your blood pressure and all your information, shit like that. I think that's what a charge nurse is.
Okay, but so
we have the technology to do an ADD break and find out. Okay, so a charge nurse is a registered nurse who leads a specific nursing unit during a designated shift, yada yada. They serve as the operational manager on the floor, balancing direct patient care with administrative tasks to ensure the department runs safely and efficiently. So yeah, basically just like a
shift manager.
Yeah.
Okay. Both Nikki and Jimmy were excited about this because she was going to be making more money than she was before, with the possibility of making even more soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess her previous hospital didn't spill the beans. I mean, they can't legally, but still.
No, like
all they can do is tell you whether or not she's eligible for rehire.
Right, and if she had been arrested,
that would be different.
Stealing drugs, they could be like, no, she was arrested for mishandling patients' medications and stuff like that.
Right. Somehow,
sometimes they still don't disclose that.
Yeah. The Michael Swango case. That guy was killing people in hospitals and worked in like 4 different hospitals. And if memory serves, the Cleveland area, 4 different hospitals, dead bodies attached to him the entire time. And so Michael Swango episode, I don't know which one that number it was, but that was Sandra's first episode. Well, somehow Nikki's pain, and this is what I was talking about when I said that I was wondering if the pain wasn't for real.
Mm-hmm.
Because somehow once she got this new job, the pain seemed to become less of an issue, and they began to pull themselves out of the hole. Now, if it was some lingering chronic pain or whatever from an injury, then it's not going to go away just because you got a new job, essentially doing the same thing that you were doing.
Right.
That's my thought process. I could be.
If
who knows? It could have worked.
If
it could have worked out.
Doing something where you were like in a lower impact kind of thing where you're not as physically involved with it, maybe,
but still, I mean, you're still going to be on your feet the majority of the time. Maybe you're not helping get people in and out of beds and stuff, but you're still on your feet the majority of the time.
Yeah. It's a very physical job. I mean,
right.
Regardless of what you're doing.
They were even able to buy a house in a better neighborhood.
Damn.
Because the one that they were in wasn't all that great. Jimmy began decompressing and working less, and he started taking up hobbies. His new hobby, take a guess.
I don't know.
He bought an old Corvette and began restoring it.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's not a hobby. That's another job.
But he even included Riley in it. There's videos of him filming her and pointing to various engine parts. What is this? Supercharger.
That's
what
cute
is
as
this?
shit.
Alternator. She's 3 years old and she knows
That's
the
so
difference
cute.
between a supercharger and an alternator.
God damn it. That's adorable. And this woman's about to ruin everything.
Yeah. But this wasn't just one-sided. She had one of those kid cars that a little kid could drive, and he was helping her work on that as well. They'd jack it up with a real floor jack, and they'd pretend to tinker with things in it. And as a girl dad, I 100% approve this.
As a dad in general, that is how you do this shit. Like, you involve your kids with everything you're doing, even if it's not something important, and they enjoy it, and it makes you happy.
Yeah. Jamie and her husband Chris had moved to Florida. Jimmy and Nikki, somewhere up in the Panhandle. Jimmy and Nikki went down there for their kid's birthday party. At dinner, Nikki looked like she was about to pass out. She couldn't stay focused, and she couldn't even keep her eyes open. So Jimmy escorted her to a bedroom. Then his brother-in-law, and his dad, they went to a bar and had some beers. During that time, Nikki came down and sat on the couch with Jamie. The whole time, she didn't say a word to Jamie, and she was just drifting in and out of consciousness. Jamie said that she was only breathing about 10 times per minute.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, Jamie was a nurse, and she knew when somebody was doped out of their mind. She wasn't her giddy, happy self anymore. She was just a zombie.
Yeah. Painkillers will do that shit to you.
Came out that Jimmy was running out of patience with her, but how in the hell was she functioning at work?
Not.
Yeah. Jamie told Jimmy that this was concerning, like not good at all for anybody involved, but he had no plans to go through a divorce like their dad did. He wanted to make his marriage work. Yeah, he's already, based on what we already know, he's already better than probably 70% of the dads in this country.
Yeah. And honestly, speaking from experience, when you're trying to make a marriage work and you're the only one that is,
it ain't gonna work.
That doesn't work, and it only ends one very unfortunate way.
Right.
With you starting a podcast.
So Jamie told Jimmy to find out what Nikki had been taking. So he began investigating Nikki for real. He began sending Jamie pictures of random drug-related things that he found, like blister packs, pill bottles, things like that. Jamie identified a blister pack in particular as with 2 pills. Each of them was 10 milligrams of oxycodone.
That's pretty small.
Yeah, but they were unopened, and Jamie told him that you could only get that from a hospital.
Yeah.
So Nikki had stolen it.
Hey, shocker.
She also had insulin in a box of Lancet, but she's not a diabetic.
I mean, the Lancets would make sense for something else, but insulin, unless she's like selling that shit on the street, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, you want to say put a knife in that?
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Oh, put a knife in that.
2018, Riley's 4th birthday party. Everything was going great. It was a fun family outing. They had a big waterfall bounce house. And you know what? That's the 2nd episode in a row where we've had a bounce house.
Oh, Jesus, it is.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a bounce house on the show ever. And then, bam, bounce house 2 weeks in a row. But Nikki was irritable and getting short with Riley, and Jimmy tried to get her in a better mood by shoving her into the pool at the bottom of the bounce house.
Oh, boy.
This went over about as well as it did in Dexter, where he pushed Astor into the pool. And if you've never seen Dexter, it didn't go very well at all.
No. No.
Nikki just stormed into the house and took a pill, and she was out.
Any excuse that we can get to get fucked up is we're going to take it.
Oh my God. When you said get fucked up, you just reminded me there was this band, local band from back in the day. They did tub thumping.
Yeah.
They did like this medley of songs that were on the radio at the time, but they changed the words around. But they're like a punk band. But for tub thumping, they did, I get fucked up, and then I drink again. I can never be drunk enough. I get fucked up, and then I drink again. I can never be drunk enough.
I would sing along to that on the radio.
Well, it wasn't on the radio. It was at their show, but still.
No, but still, yeah.
But so that was great.
Then you just go right into the chorus, pissing the night away, and you just leave that as it is because you're going to be.
Yeah. That band was called Gargamel, and you know what? I think they're still around today.
Jesus. Named
Orlando.
after the Smurfs bad guy.
Yep. I really do. I think they're still around. But shout out if you are Gargamel.
Send us music.
Yeah, send us music. Or send me music. Whatever. Put a knife in
Send
that.
Bill music. He'll disperse it evenly.
Yeah. The next day when Jimmy went through her work bag, there was nothing medical related in it at all. Not even a cough drop.
Oh, neat. Well, we don't need cough drops. We need painkillers.
Well, I mean, there was nothing. That was my point.
Yeah.
But did she find out that Jimmy had been going through it, or had she hit rock bottom and was making a change? Put a knife in that. Where the hell is my knife?
I know where my guess is.
Oh, yeah. And now, from the Department of the Painfully Obvious.
Yeah.
September 11th, 2018, Jimmy called his dad, James, and told him that he felt like crap the day before. He couldn't focus and he felt sick.
Uh-oh.
But wait, there's more. He couldn't count money. He fell down the stairs. Jimmy even told James that he thought that Nikki was drugging him.
Oh, she's definitely drugging him.
Yeah. He told Jamie that if anything happened to him, he wanted Jamie to get Riley. But Jamie didn't believe that Nikki was drugging him.
Oh, damn it, sister.
She was probably compartmentalizing the obvious, which happens, but
Yep.
she had a very good reason for why she didn't think that Nikki was drugging him. Take a guess.
Because none of the stuff that he was sending her pictures of would have had that effect, I'm guessing?
No. The Hippocratic Oath.
Oh, yeah.
Do no harm.
Yeah, she definitely wouldn't do that. I mean,
Yeah,
she doesn't follow it on herself. Why would she follow it on him?
Nikki was a nurse, and so was Jamie. Nikki was part of that fraternity, or Jamie was part of that fraternity where they all would, give their life to defend the Hippocratic Oath.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, so was Harold Shipman, but that's a different story.
True. Michael Swango.
Yeah. any number of other nurses that have killed people.
Jane Toppin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was a thing back then, but
she was poisoning people.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't know if the Hippocratic Oath was a thing back then or not.
I don't know.
I mean, she was just like 2 steps away from being a baby farmer at the time anyway.
Yeah, but a week later, while at work, Jimmy had another episode. He texted Jamie. She called him immediately. His speech was slurred, and his words were on the gibberish side. He was getting frustrated because of this, and Nikki took the phone. Nikki took the phone from him, and Jamie asked what was going on, and she said that he was showing signs of hypoglycemia.
High blood sugar? No,
Hypoglycemia
sorry, low blood sugar would be hypo. Yeah.
Now, I'm hypoglycemic, and I know that when it gets to the point where you're slowing your words, you're dizzy, and you need medical help immediately.
Yeah, that's not just a glass of apple juice and sit down for a little bit.
your blood sugar is very low. But Jimmy wasn't hypoglycemic, and you know what else? Take a guess.
I don't know.
Nikki wasn't diabetic.
That's where she's fucking poisoning him with insulin.
Yep.
Because it looks like a natural death.
Yep.
She's probably so she's either putting it in a drink or she's hitting him when he's sleeping.
You have to inject insulin directly.
Yeah. So she's probably
she's
hitting
probably
him in like
knocking
a
him out
freckle where it's not noticeable. Yeah.
But if someone without diabetes gets injected with insulin, it will drop their blood pressure. Take it too far down and you're dead. And it doesn't take very long for your blood sugar to get from manageable to dangerous. You're talking less than an hour if it tanks.
Yep.
I've only had it to the point to where I was slurring and confused and dizzy maybe twice in my entire life.
Yep.
I was able.
My ex-wife is a type 2 diabetic, and I've had times where I got home, where on my way home from work, she would call me and say, "Hey, I need you to get here as quickly as you can. I'm sitting on the floor." And I would have to like run in the house, get her like her glucose tabs and like orange juice or whatever. Well, she was literally laying on the kitchen floor where she couldn't reach the refrigerator.
Right.
That's fucking scary. And also, insulin is they obviously nobody will admit to it, but there's a very good possibility that was a pretty commonly used tool between the CIA and KGB during the Cold War, where they
probably
would like,
wouldn't surprise me.
This guy's a spy. We know he's a spy. We got to get rid of him, but make it look natural. And
we'll get to why it works here shortly.
Yep.
But I was I've only had it to the point where I was slurring and confused and dizzy maybe twice in my life. I was able to get it back into control in the nick of time. One of the times I was a teenager, and I actually told my boss at Wendy's to fuck off because my blood sugar was dropping, and it happened during a lunch rush.
Yep. I need a Frosty, motherfucker.
if I had waited till after the rush, like the manager suggested, I would have probably dropped dead after another 15 or 20 minutes.
Yep. It doesn't take long, like you're saying. It's quick.
But I'm hypoglycemic. So someone who is overdosed with insulin has even less time.
Yep. Yeah, it's scary.
Ironically enough, this exact topic came up on a recent Minds of Madness episode.
Oh, hey. I know Tyler. He's a good dude.
10 million reasons to die. The strange case of Casey Terry. A caretaker killed her friend by injecting her with insulin.
Golly, I haven't heard that one yet, but no, I've met Tyler before. He's a fucking great guy, and what a show does he puts out? Oh my god!
Oh, it's a great show. Tell him we should collab.
I could probably make that happen.
That would be awesome. That would be amazing.
That would be good for all of us. Well,
everybody involved.
More so us than him, but
this is true. But still, he'd have fun.
Oh yeah, he's one of those shows where you're just like, I do that a lot with other shows where I'm like, they don't need my help, but I'm going to shout them out anyway.
Right.
Because I enjoy their product and I want to tell other people about it. And but dude, his YouTube channel looks like a fucking like well-produced documentaries. It is crazy.
That's awesome.
The quality he puts in. It's so good.
Haven't seen his YouTube page. I'll have to follow it from ours.
Yeah, you'll like it.
But dangerously low hypoglycemia levels below 40 or 70 milligrams /DL. I don't know what the DL means, but that's low. And readings below 54 require immediate medical treatment. Extremely low levels can cause confusion, seizures, or loss of consciousness. And if you're not treated when you get that low, you will die, and time is not on your side.
No, it is not.
Nikki said that she would take Jimmy to the hospital the next day.
No, you take him to the hospital 10 minutes ago.
Right. Jamie called Jimmy the next day, and he didn't answer. She texted Nikki, and she replied saying Jimmy was just fine. He woke up and went off to work. And,
yeah, totally recovered, like normal.
Well, I mean, you do. When you take care of it, it doesn't take it minutes, and you're fine.
If you take care of it. Not if you ignore them and let them like die on the floor somewhere.
But Jamie believed her because she was a nurse. But I mean, I'm not faulting her for this. I'm just saying, it's just she.
Yeah.
I mean, if she didn't believe her, then she would have probably led a cavalry charge.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like a lot of people just want to believe that everybody has the best interest in mind, and they do not.
But Jimmy didn't make it to work, and his coworkers called the police that night requesting a welfare check. It was his firm.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the boss?
Yeah, and he's always here. He's never not here.
Yeah, it was unlike Jimmy to not be there.
I mean, two years ago or whatever, he was here 90 hours a week, and now he's just not here today and didn't call anybody. That's a little weird.
So Huntsville Police Department went out and they knocked, and all the lights were on. Both cars were there. Dogs were barking, and nobody was answering the door. Finally, Nikki answered by doorbell cam. The police said who they were and why they were there. Nikki replied, "Take a guess."
Everybody's good. You can go away now. Bye.
No, she said, "Well, he's been missing."
Huh.
She sounded stoned out of her mind, like, this is his wife, and he's been missing.
So I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but I think if the police go out to your house for a welfare check, and again, I could be wrong, and they don't get an answer, I think they can legally enter without a warrant at that point.
Well, she came to the door.
Okay.
But she said that the last time, now pay attention to this. She said the last time that she saw him was that morning at 5 a.m. Now, that's a red flag for the police right there, because that same night, if nothing's wrong, he's not missing. Not yet.
No.
He just hasn't come home yet.
Yeah, because it's what, like 24 hours?
No. From the night before, it hadn't even been 24 hours yet. It's just approaching. It's like probably like 19, 20 hours, but still.
Yeah. No, I'm
but
saying
she said that
somebody as missing until they hit 24 hours, right?
Right. But if the last time that she saw him was at 5 a.m., it's probably about 9 o'clock that night. It's only been, 16 hours.
Yeah.
So at that point, he's not missing.
No.
He just hasn't come home yet. So
right.
She also said, don't get this. She also said that her daughter woke her up at 9 and he wasn't home.
Okay.
So she's still a dope fiend who lets her daughter runs the house while she sleeps. She assumed that he had gone to work with his. She says she assumed that he had gone to work with his coworkers, but she saw him at 5 a.m. She said that it's on the body cam, but her daughter woke her up at 9.
Right.
Maybe it was 9 p.m. Maybe your daughter. I'm confused.
So am I.
Maybe her daughter woke her up at 9 p.m.
Sure. I don't buy it. I'm no cop, but I don't buy it.
Still, I mean, her saying 5 a.m. and then Riley waking her up at 9, or 5 a.m. and then Riley waking her up at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
That rings true for her. Just
yeah, it makes sense for her, but nobody else.
Right. She said, apparently nobody's heard from him. All his stuff is here that he would normally take with him. It's just odd. When can I file a missing persons report?
Well, where's his vehicle? Is his vehicle in the driveway?
Both vehicles were still there, yes.
So he walked to work or got a ride with somebody, which doesn't make sense.
But the officer told her that she could file a missing persons report right then, because maybe in Alabama it's not 24 hours.
Okay.
ADD break.
Yeah. Okay, so quick Google thing says you do not have to wait 24 to 48 hours to report someone missing. And you should report them to law enforcement immediately. The first few hours are often the most critical to finding a missing person. There's a whole show about that called the first 24. Right.
First 48.
First 48. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they need that. Investigation Discovery is not making any money anymore.
But the officer told her that she could do it right then. To which she said, "Oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow." The police left, and she was completely unfazed that the police were there in the middle of the night. She didn't seem to be worried about her husband, but she probably thinks that she's got them all fooled too.
Yeah.
But on the body cam, you can hear one of the cops say, "That woman was acting weird. Think somebody got killed?"
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the notoriously easy to fool trained, noticer of things.
Yeah. I remember at one point you were pointing out that we haven't had a poisoner in the Lethal Ladies Binge yet.
Yeah.
Well,
we got one now.
Looks like someone got a taste of the wrong medicine.
Fuck, I was waiting for that. Damn it, I didn't have sunglasses to put on either. Shit.
Oh, I got another one. Oh, wait. The killer didn't leave a fingerprint. They left a prescription.
Oh. And that tall redheaded guy's just like taking his sunglasses on and off as he's doing this.
I think that's the first time I've ever used that sound effect in the proper context.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've definitely said it before, where it's like CSI sound or whatever.
Next day, Jamie got a text from her mother saying that Jimmy was missing, and all of his work things, his wallet, keys, everything was still at home. She called him. There was no answer. She then called Nikki, who didn't sound like she had a care in the world. She was probably already baked out of her mind.
Yeah, she's fucked up already, or still,
Yeah. Jamie asked if Nikki had called the police. Now, pay attention. She said that she was advised by the police that she shouldn't file a missing persons report because not enough time had gone by.
Mm.
Nikki then asked Jamie, what happens if Jimmy doesn't come back?
You're a single mom now.
Why do you
have to stop doing drugs?
Yeah. She says, because I would have to worry about Riley and me.
You should be worried about your child anyway.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're too worried about getting your next fix.
Yeah. But Jimmy's family members and coworkers were still all on Nikki about filing a missing persons report. Finally, she did. And a cop came out and he rang the doorbell asking if James Capella lived there. Nikki replied remotely, "Sorry, he isn't home and we're out."
Except both cars are still in the driveway and all the lights are on.
Well, she was out, but still.
Yeah, she was out.
He's not home. We're out. We're out buying expensive watches.
Yeah. I'm out letting my child wander around in public because I'm strung out in the car somewhere.
Yeah. The cop told her to give him her number and he'd call her. So Nikki did. Nikki said that she had searched both his vehicles and he wasn't in there. All of his work stuff and phone and keys were still at home. The cop then called up the detective and said he couldn't prove it, but something's up. He said, this woman is not acting right.
Mm-hmm. And she wasn't the night before.
Or before that, or before that, or before that, or before
I mean,
that.
like, even just like the night before, just for like the most recent police interaction, she wasn't acting right,
I mean, she's sitting there telling the family that the police told her to wait on filing the missing persons report, but meanwhile, it's on dash cam, or it's on body cam of a cop saying, you can file one right now.
Yeah, they don't save those. They record her over them like every other day. Like a fucking Blockbuster security camera, Oh,
These were saved. These were saved. I saw the video.
Yeah. No, they saved that shit because they have to go back like every night and upload it all into a database in case something weird happens.
But meanwhile, Jamie was sick of Nikki's shit. And she told her that she was coming to Huntsville and that she'd leave the next morning. She got there the next day armed with missing person flyers that she had made, and she was hoping that he was just lost somewhere after one of these episodes and confused.
Yeah.
She knew that if he was having hypoglycemic symptoms, that wasn't a good thing, but she had hope. Also, if he was just out in the woods somewhere with hypoglycemia, he's dead.
He's gone. Yeah,
You're
going to find a body.
Right. But she also remembered Jimmy sending her pictures of insulin and lancelets. It all started coming together. Jimmy said that Nikki was drugging him. Their dad, James, thought the same thing. He asked Jamie if she thought that Nikki had given him some insulin. It all started coming together. Jimmy said that Nikki was drugging him. She told her dad, James, and he said that he thought the same thing. Her dad then asked Jamie if she thought maybe Nikki had given him insulin.
Yep.
But something unexpected happened. Police got a phone call from a woman that Nikki had worked with. Nikki had just called her and said something. Take a guess.
I don't know, man. I don't know where this story's going other than with this bitch ending up in jail.
She said Nikki had told her that she had just killed Jimmy with insulin and that there was that his body was in the garage, and then she asked her to come help move the body.
You're not supposed to say that out loud.
Dumbass!
Idiot.
Police were sent out with orders to get Nikki out of the house and sit on her until the detective got there.
Yeah.
Detective got there and he asked her if she minded if they checked the house. He said he wanted to make sure that Jimmy wasn't in the crawl space or the attic.
Yeah.
She said they could search the interior of the house, but take a guess.
I don't know.
Not the garage.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't go out there. There's stuff there you can't see.
Yeah. About that time, James pulled up and he was angry, but he restrained himself very well. Nikki, having just refused to let the police go and search the house, all of the house, she asked if they could go inside and talk. This was like right when she saw James. Can we go inside and talk? And the detective said he wasn't playing games. She was either going to let him in or she wasn't. He said that they were all going to go take a ride, then they'd come back with a search warrant.
In a missing persons case, if you have suspicion, do you really need a search warrant, or can you just enter the house under son of a bitch, what's that called? Reasonable
doubt,
suspicion?
reasonable suspicion. Yeah. But I don't know. I think they're just wanting to do this one by the books just because.
Just to be safe, yeah.
Quicker, faster court case. I don't know. I think they all know that that Jimmy's dead in that garage.
Yeah.
Nikki was put into a police car begging that they call about Riley and to call her parents. Not one fuck was given as to Jimmy's welfare.
No.
She then started bawling and saying that she was scared.
Oh, shut up. You don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, she gives a shit that, she's about to go away for a very, very long time. It may have...
So the police can enter your house without a warrant if they have probable cause. Reasonable suspicion is not enough to go on alone. But if they have probable cause, like, I don't know, thinking that you have a fucking corpse in your house somewhere, they can go.
Yeah. But
so they could have legally handcuffed this woman and left her face down on the grass while they searched her house.
I think they were just wanting to do everything on the up and up for a quick, and it's just like if they have a feeling that something's going to be this freaking easy,
yeah,
might as well just do it by the
2018, 2019, you said. Mm-hmm. So we're in that point where, no matter what the police do, they're bad guys. So
true.
We also want to do everything by the book so that we don't have a media circus on our hands because we just went into this woman's house and she's crying on camera.
Right.
But
it may have set a world speed record for how fast they got the warrant.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's not a quick process usually.
As soon as they opened the door, the smell of death hit them. They went straight to the garage, and in the garage there was a tarp on the floor next to Jimmy's Corvette. Jimmy was half in it and half out of it. It's hard enough just to get a person into a Corvette, let alone put a dead person over 6 feet tall into one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even get into a Corvette. I have to literally. I don't know. It looked newer.
Okay.
It looked. It didn't look like. It's one of those models that doesn't look like a Corvette anymore.
Yeah. I can tell you, it's funny to watch a guy that's like 6'5" try to stuff himself into an old, 80s Nissan Z.
Oh yeah.
One of the technicians I used to work with had to drive one around, had to get in and out of it, and he's like, oh man, he's got to be 6'4", probably 350. He's just a big fucking dude. And watching him get into that would be like trying to stuff yourself into a like a shoebox. Like he could have picked the car up and moved it.
It's a lot like me trying to get into a Corvette or something like that. I mean, when I was selling Fords and everything, I pretty much almost had to get down on my knees just to get into a Mustang.
Yep.
And I imagine now I would probably definitely have to do that. Maybe even plant my ass on the ground, put my feet up, push myself up with my arms.
Yep. They sent 4 of us to one of the other like partner dealerships when I was working at Nissan. I at the time I'm 6 foot. I was probably close to 300 pounds at the time. So there was me, the other giant technician that I was telling you about, the sales manager at the time who was every bit of 6'9", and the one of the sales guys who was 6'4", 300 pounds. They stuffed us all into a fucking 2-door Nissan Sentra and sent us to New York. It's like
I have
a clown car. Like we could have like Flintstones that shit.
His body wasn't rotting yet, but it was bloated.
Yeah, because it's been at least a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy was taken for autopsy. Police searched the house. They found an insulin needle next to Nikki's side of the bed. Jamie arrived, and the detectives gave James and her the bad news at the same time, and they both lost it.
Oh, yeah.
During questioning, the interrogator brought up the fact that Nikki didn't want them in the garage. She said that it was full of car parts, and Jimmy would just chew her out if anything happened to them.
Yeah, if he was alive, maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
And I mean, other than being poisoned, he seems like he's probably a pretty healthy guy,
Yeah.
He's got a physical job that requires him to be in probably decent shape.
Yeah. But the cop said that she needed to do herself and Riley a favor and tell the truth. Yeah. He said that she knew that she was lying and he was trying to give her a chance. Now, notice he didn't say he knew what she was lying about.
Right.
He just said, so he asked again, why didn't you want us in the garage? And he hasn't, he doesn't know that they've found the body yet. Or he knows this, but she doesn't know that he knows. She said that she had found Jimmy dead in there. And the cop said that things would go better for her if she just told the truth rather than maintain a lie.
Yeah.
She did not choose wisely.
Nothing that she's done so far would lead me to believe that she has.
Right.
Yeah. No, he died, but he wrapped himself in a tarp and fell into the car first.
Yeah. Almost. She said that she was scared of the way that it would look because she's like, I filed a missing persons report and dadgummit, he was in the garage the whole time.
No. Listen, lady, if your husband is dead in the garage and you didn't do anything wrong, you call the police and go, oh my God, my husband's dead in the garage. And they come out and they do an investigation. And if they find no wrongdoing, you're off the hook.
Yeah. Then she did the first smart thing that she's done probably ever. Take a guess.
Did she actually tell them the truth?
No.
Oh, that would have been smart, but
no, this is smart.
Stop
she asked
talking.
for a lawyer.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah. And
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
Yep. She the questioning stopped, but they had means, opportunity, evidence, a body, pretty much everything they needed. Nikki was arrested and charged with murder, and she then asked for she asked for something. Guess what she asked for?
Did she ask for painkillers?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It's like I watch a lot of Donut Operator on YouTube, where he always has people that because he reviews body cam footage. A very similar thing that people do, other than asking for a lawyer, is like if they're getting pulled over for something, they know they're going to get arrested. They're like, I want to go to the hospital because they think it's going to get them out of it. It's like,
right.
He refers to it as incarceritis. It's like, no, you're still going to jail. Just it's going to take a few more hours now.
But she said that she was on incarceritis. She said that she was on meds that she just couldn't stop and she would go into withdrawal. She actually admitted that to the cop.
That means you got a problem, lady.
Yep. The cop told her they had a doctor at the jail and she could take it up with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
She then asked about Riley. She wanted them to call her mom so their mom could go get Riley. And the cop said that he thought Jamie was going to go get her. Nikki said she didn't want Jamie to get Riley. Fucking evil bitch.
Oh,
but
well.
the cop said that it's like Jamie may already have Riley for all I know, which she did.
Yep. Probably for the best.
Yeah. And Jamie and her husband were awarded emergency custody from the court. Nikki was thrilled about that, I'm sure.
And, the stories like this, you always feel bad for the victim.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to forget that this kid is now going to grow up with neither of her parents.
Right. And and you also got to feel bad for like Nikki's mom, for example, you know, because she's lost her daughter and more than likely a granddaughter.
I mean, I'm sure she'll still be able to see her, but
yeah, probably.
But at the same time, especially with mom, if she doesn't know that her daughter has a drug problem,
there's nothing in here that this isn't one of those mom's an enabler.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing in here that would even suggest that.
No, so it's one of those where it's like, what the hell is going on, And now my daughter's going to prison too. I'm not saying we like us, but like people that listen to true crime stuff tend to forget that with stuff like this, there's more than one victim.
Right. Oh yeah.
And it like the whole family pays for it.
Yep. But the autopsy didn't determine that Jimmy had died from an insulin overdose, but insulin breaks down over a period of time. And if you're going to kill that way, it would be best to let the body decompose rather than to report it right away. As a nurse, Nikki would know this. And that's why she was stalling.
In Alabama, pretty fucking humid and hot. I mean,
yeah.
Huntsville's right on the like down towards the coast, isn't it?
It is. But it worked though, because no trace of insulin was found in his body. A couple days later, Nikki made bail, and Jimmy's family was furious. But several weeks later, police got a phone call from another friend of Nikki's. She said that she and Nikki were joking around, and Nikki was talking shit, saying that she hated her husband and he'd be worth more to her dead. She chalked it up to, okay, Nikki's just talking shit. But then Nikki said that she could kill him with insulin.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, shut the hell up.
Stop talking.
Yeah. Then she said that she had
inside thoughts.
Yeah. Then
Don't
she said
Google this.
Then she said that, oh man, I wonder if her Google history is probably not in here because she probably already knows everything she needs to know about insulin. So
yeah,
scratch that then. She then said that she had actually tried the week before, and she, quote, didn't know how that fucker survived so much insulin, unquote.
I wonder if we were to look hard enough, I bet we could find the interviews with this woman.
Oh yeah, they're on YouTube. They're on YouTube.
I would almost I would recommend saying, like, throw the links in there.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, because people like, I'd sit and watch that. I mean, I sat and watched fucking 10 hours of Israel Keys, like sitting in a chair blinking like a goddamn lizard. Ugh. I'd dig that guy up and fucking kill him again. What a scumbag.
May 16th, 2022, the trial started. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, but her saying that the fucker survived, she didn't know how he survived without, with so much insulin. This lines up with the first episode that he had, because she said that she had tried about a week earlier.
Yep.
And he had the episode. So she, she got it in him, just not enough.
Hate when that happens.
May 16th, 2022, the trial started. The prosecution said that she wanted to kill Jimmy with insulin and get away with it. They went over all the evidence, both physical and hearsay. She tried once to inject him, and it didn't work. She didn't get enough into him. And a week later, she tried it again, and it did work. I'm guessing that she probably slipped some of her party favors into his drink. That knocked him out, and then she shot him up, and he died in his sleep. So not only that means that she dragged him through the house out to the garage.
Yep.
But she was going to wait and dispose of the body, which she couldn't do because she couldn't get him into the car. She called a friend to help.
I mean, what's the game plan there? Get him in the car and push it into a lake or something?
Maybe it didn't say.
You know?
But if she had been able to get him into the car herself, she would have likely gotten away with it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, all she really has to do is, drive it somewhere. That's assuming she knows how to drive a stick.
Yeah.
Well, she probably does.
I mean, the other thing she could do, if she wanted to make this look different, and I'm not giving anybody ideas. You crack him out with whatever you're taking for yourself, put him in the car, start it, and leave the garage door shuts, and and just take the kid and go off somewhere and let him die like that, because that's a pretty obvious, cause of death that they might not even look into doing like toxicology or anything at that point.
Yeah, just suicide.
Yeah, or if they do toxicology, they're just like, oh,
they're not going to find anything because the insulin's already gone, broken down and gone.
Not even the insulin, like whatever painkiller she's on, they could just go, oh, he took a bunch of this, then went out and sat in the car and started it and killed himself, so they could calm himself down before he did this.
Yeah,
But
she was going to wait and dispose of the body, and she couldn't do that because she couldn't get him into the car. So she called a friend to help. I already said that. But, she would have gotten away with it if she'd been able to do it. Luckily, criminals are stupid.
Yes, most of them really are.
The defense was just spinning their wheels by saying it was all circumstantial. It was revealed that Jimmy was having an affair with a coworker, Laura Burks, who described Jim's routine and how their work relationship turned into a friendship and eventually a romantic affair. This started about a year before he went missing. So, Burks told the court that Jim had unmet needs. Jimmy was going to file for divorce, and that's what his investigation was leading up to. Shields Woods, I'm not sure if that name is right, but a private investigator said, he had worked with Jim for 2 years, testified that he was aware that Jim was building a case against Nikki for her alleged opioid addiction in order to get custody of her daughter. Woods stated that Jim had asked for his help to build that case, but then shut it down after being advised not to make his own case.
Yeah, that's kind of a smart move to stop that.
Yeah, it's like, don't represent yourself. Even attorneys don't represent themselves.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, conflict of interest and all that.
Right.
You bring all the evidence to one of your coworkers and be like, hey, man, work this up for me because I don't want to be seen being involved with it.
Right. But the last time Woods spoke with Jimmy was around 11 a.m. the Wednesday before he died. Woods testified that Jim was incoherent and he was slurring in his speech. During cross-examination, Woods said that the way Jim was talking, it seemed like he had symptoms of a concussion, which are very similar to what you would have if your blood sugar had dropped.
Yep. Like kind of brain foggy and, not being able to piece things together. Yeah.
Nikki never showed any remorse during the trial. The jury returned after just 30 minutes of deliberation.
That's quick.
Guilty of murder. She got life with the possibility of parole. She's at the Julia Tutwiler Prison for Women. Riley is permanently with Jamie and her husband. She's happy and she knows who her dad was. They celebrate his birthday every year as well.
God damn it.
When she was first placed with him, Jamie's husband told her that Daddy's in heaven helping the angels work on their cars.
Fuck.
Somebody cutting onions in there?
Yeah, a little bit. That's happened a couple of times the last couple of times I've recorded.
Jamie and her family filed a wrongful death suit against Nikki in the hospital that she worked at. And it turned out that the insulin had been stolen and that the hospital didn't investigate. they were awarded $10 million.
Golly.
And that's what I got.
Damn. Dude, what a shitty story. Like, not delivery-wise. Content-wise.
Yeah.
God, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, more podcasts need to cover this one.
And this is why I do history and not true crime. Because all that stuff happened a long time ago, and you can justify it and not necessarily feel bad about it. But this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But it's also part of that, like, Stalin quote where, one death is a tragedy, a million is a statistic kind of thing.
Yep.
But
yeah, that's the story.
Fuck.
Good one to close out the Lethal Ladies binge.
What an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
I hate this lady. I hope she never gets out of jail.
Yeah, me too. But
you never know with our justice system. It might work something out where they're just like, well, overpopulation. She only killed her husband. Blah, blah, blah. Let her go.
Yeah. But thanks a lot for listening, everybody. We appreciate the hell out of it. Please subscribe and follow the YouTube page or comment. Follow us on whatever streaming platform, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, or whatever.
Yeah.
5-star ratings are awesome. Comments, especially on Apple. You need to do all this stuff for History Goon too, because that podcast kicks ass.
It's pretty good. And actually, another one that I've heard they actually like take heed of the reviews and stuff through is Audible, because it's tied in with like Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, listen to the shit on Audible. If you're a book nerd like I am, just one stop shop. Yeah,
we need Apple. We need Apple. We need to.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't gotten any more reviews from there in a while. I don't know.
And comment on the episodes on Spotify, because that's
fun.
Definitely.
Do on History Goons as well.
Yeah, I should actually go through and read mine. I've got a few like over the last couple seasons that I should go through and read them all. But
that's cool. So thanks for listening, and until next week, later.
Okay, love you. Bye.